We're back from Europe, and as I promised, we're jumping right into the GR Corolla content. I haven't gotten to do anything with this thing other than drive and enjoy it, but of course, we're gonna experiment with some mods. Now, this isn't the only thing we're gonna be doing in this video, but it is where we're going to start. And if you are familiar with this car, or you haven't heard in the previous videos, con todos $5 que tu pagas en LZM jefe G .com, tú vas a entrar en una competición para ganar este coche. And if you don't understand any of that, or if you do speak Spanish and it made absolutely no sense, every $5 you spend on lzmfg.com or drifthq.com gets you in for a chance to win this bad boy, $12,000 cash too, and an extra $500 because I f***ed up saying the wrong number right there, but we're gonna keep the clip. Well, let's get started. I'm excited about what's in this box. You can see the company, Evan Shuri. You guys might already be familiar with them from some other chassis, but I have yet to own one of their intakes, but they make these beautiful pieces for a lot of the coolest cars. But not only are they beautiful and sound good, they also have some of the best performance benefits because they're also very driven by performance. So we'll open this thing up. That's a flex, dude. The Queen. Imagine having a Queen made in the UK. They got an award from the Queen in 2019, 2022. 2 awards in 2022.
Damn.
Yeah. Go vote for the Queen for 2024, the Queen Award. Does she only get to vote? How does she have time for that?
I don't know.
That's crazy. You know what's crazy? Still having a queen. Did we ever have a queen?
The U.S.?
We didn't, right? No. No, we
I
didn't.
think
Bro, I'm gonna get rolled for that one.
Before it was the U.S., maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, well, we used to share the same queen, but then we broke off there. Sorry, bud. Dude, you might be right. Damn, that's really f***ed up. I'm so sorry. The Queen died in 2022, and now I look like the biggest asshole ever. Thank you, Mike, for bringing that to my attention. That's why they didn't get the award in 2023 or 2020. Oh man, that's really unfortunate. I hope that doesn't get clipped. I'm sorry. R.I.P. to the Queen. I love UK. I love England. Please let me back.
Don't worry. He's just a very busy boy, and his brain is always cluttered.
I don't follow politics much, okay?
He's getting ready for the Obama debate.
Was it late there? Oh. Hey, man. Hey, I have a question that I can only ask someone who's from England. I really don't want to get canceled, and I made a comment, and I don't know if I should put it in the video or not.
Okay, go on.
So I noticed on the box that there was an award for 2022, but not for 2023. So I told everyone to tell the Queen to vote for the product to get the award in 2024. And then I realized that the Queen passed away, and I feel like such a asshole.
It's now the King. Yeah, so the Queen's Award is when there's a king, it's called the King's Award now.
So am I gonna get canceled if I put that in the video?
If you put Queen in, it's a bit risque. Let me ask my wife one second. So if he said, like, because on the box it's the Queen's Award for Enterprise, so it's got 2022.
Yeah.
So he was going to say in his video that everyone should tell the Queen to vote for them to put 2022. You could say the King instead.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, most people won't get upset, but these days, you know what it's like. You
Yeah.
just have to be ultra careful, unfortunately. I mean, I would find it funny.
Is there a place that I could make a donation to as an apology for my stupidity? Like maybe like they probably have a lot of money though, huh?
No, they do. They're the richest people in this country, regardless of what they say.
Okay, I won't donate then.
Yeah. You don't
Okay.
need to donate to them. They get plenty of our taxmen.
Okay, all right, I feel better then. All right,
Yeah.
thank you. All right,
Cheers,
bye.
bro. Bye.
All right, so RIP to the Queen, but if you want to vote for the King's Award, let's shoot for the King's Award for 2024. It's just, you're gonna leave that, it's gonna be like the artsy montage, and then it's just gonna go silent and just be like sped up, so all you hear is just like
I feel like I should put all these things in of you telling me what to do.
Are you filmed before when I told you the first Bueller music?
Yeah.
Have you seen that movie?
Yeah.
All right. right, let's talk first impressions. Even though I don't put a lot of new parts on new cars, I feel like I've seen enough when it comes to like pro high-level race cars, race shops, really cheap stuff on really cheap cars to be able to give you guys an accurate impression of something by touching and feeling it. At first glance, typically I would see something like this and it would just be like a carbon fiber overlay or maybe like one sheet. I was very, very pleasantly surprised to see that it's actually carbon weave all the way through. So this is significantly more expensive to make, but as a result, it's lighter. And to me, if you're spending good money on an intake or a setup like that, this is a cool thing to see. Other little things that I look at if I'm ordering parts, tiny little details like, you know, the brackets being nicely powder coated, all of the cuts aren't sharp. That's an issue that I have with like a lot of cheap parts. And I know this isn't a cheap part, but it's cool when you're going to spend a lot of money on something to look at it, touch it, feel it, and not be disappointed. Yeah. Which happens to me a lot because unfortunately, a lot of the stuff that we have out there as options for cars is absolute junk, but that's what a lot of companies have to do to make high margins. So now the main selling point of this is it allegedly gives you another 15 to 18 horsepower, another 15 to 18 foot-pounds of torque. I'll put a dyno-graph on the screen, and it drops IATs, which are your intake air temperatures, which are important on a turbo car. However, in the product listing, it actually says absolutely nothing about sound. So I'm hoping with a giant airbox like this, we're actually gonna get some good resonance and you're gonna see a big difference in sound. So before we do any of this, let's go take the GR Corolla outside for a drive and get some sound clips both from the inside and in the engine bay so we have a point to compare. Hello from the past. This is our before sound test to see what it sounds like with a stock airbox. First, from the in-car, we will have light throttle modulation. A little more load. A little bit more load. You can hear a little bit of a nothing too crazy. Yeah. All right, now let's do some watts. And for those of you that don't know, a watt isn't just you going watt on the pedal. It actually stands for wide open throttle. You know what's funny? What? BBC. It's actually an engine. Someone texted me that and I got really confused.
That's what's on your mind? Was this a conversation recently or did this just pop back in your brain?
Long story. All right, let's see what the watt sounds like. This is what I think about when Mike's taking forever to clear camera footage from his car. Do you know that he refuses to buy anything bigger than a 16 gigabyte card because he doesn't believe that it's gonna
500 gigabyte card, sir.
He's being cheap is what's happening here. 500 megabytes. All right, here's our watt sound clip. From in cabin, you hear a lot of engine noise, which is actually good. Yeah. I like when you hear more engine noise, but you don't hear much induction noise. So let's see what the turbo sounds like. ¿Qué la que hay?
¿Qué lo que hay?
¿Qué pasa?
Working a lot.
Gracias.
No problem.
Trabajo bueno.
Yeah.
Sí.
Sí.
A mí me gusta mucho.
Sí. Me gusta el trabajo.
Sí. Vamos a conducir los coches mañana.
Vamos.
Sí.
¿Estás ready?
Gracias.
¿Estás ready?
What did I say?
I don't know what you said.
Me neither. Final sound test, free revs filmed from outside of the car.
Yeah, a little bit.
Just a little bit of a...
Allergic to something?
You know what's fun? When you got a new car like this with catalytic converters, it feels like you can just leave it running in the shop forever and you'll never die. But that's not true. Just because it doesn't smell doesn't mean that you won't die.
It's real morbid.
I mean,
you're not wrong.
It's a good thing to know.
You're not.
I feel like most people probably wouldn't accidentally die from carbon monoxide poisoning if their cars stunk.
Yeah.
This is actually the first time I saw the engine bay, so that's cool. Also, this is wild. They're like, who do they think they are to just decide, oh, we're gonna put the hood prop up top? It kind of does clean things up though, so yeah. I don't hate that idea. Instead of having a hood prop laying down here, like imagine if we did that for an S chassis, how like revolutionary that would be in a world where everyone's kept their hood prop on the core support. They just all of a sudden, boom, this dude off YouTube starts keeping it up here. It would change the game forever. So yeah, intake is probably the easiest mod on planet Earth. If you are scared of modifying your car and you watch this channel, you should know if I can do it, you can do it too. But this is a great starter thing. Intakes typically are a couple bolts. nothing too scary, and you get like the maximum smiles and sometimes even the maximum performance for your dollar. So. I wasn't expecting the music to come on.
Boys used to F80s now with the double pop.
Yeah, I was thinking for a second. I was like, am I gonna look like an idiot when there's a double pop? All right, I'm gonna put this out there. I was gonna talk a little bit of trash about this little red bracket right here, but I get it now. I see. I understand the connection. But you might actually not even be able to see this because I think this is gonna be some sort of air scoop that goes under here.
Yeah, it's still cool though.
All right, let's see what we got for instructions. I found the first thing to complain about. Come here. No QR code. Damn, dude. All right, check this out though. Ready? Watch this. I don't know if you know that you can do this. With an iPhone, you can do this, and then you can click. You click. So, most people don't know that, and that's why the QR code exists, but pretty cool life hack if you ever need it. Or if you need to like copy and paste something, you take a photo, and then you can go in the photo and you can actually copy all the text and you can paste it into another thread.
And before all the Android boys say, our phones have had that for the past 10 years.
If you have an Android and you're watching this video right now, I can only imagine how difficult it must be for you day to day to do the things that you need to do, especially surrounded by other people with iPhones. So the fact that you would choose to spend your time here watching my video when you have significantly less time than most other people, I really appreciate you extra. So if you're an Android user watching this video, I just wanted to say an extra special thank you because I know how difficult things must be for you. He's so mad I took one of his tables.
There's just like a lot of oh yeah, all those pads and helmets, that's going, right? Mike.
What pads and helmets? Bike stuff?
Yeah, it was for the trailer.
No, I'm broken right now. My back doesn't work. I'll table that for later. That's not tasteful. Brand new car and it's already been repaired. Why do you think they do that?
I don't know. Save time?
Well, I'm making a joke. It's obviously not been repaired. But why would they paint everything except for the centerpiece?
Thing is saving time, I guess.
You know what's insane to me? The fact that there's someone watching these videos that works in a Toyota factory that actually knows the answer to this question. My favorite thing ever is when I go and I read the comments, and I do read pretty much all the comments from every video ever, which is kind of absurd to say that, but I do. It's my favorite pastime when I'm, someone will know the answer to this and why that it's painted like that. I wonder, because I would assume it like maybe it's like they sand it and then it's a rust coverage thing, but damn, look at this puny little air deflection. So the stock air box gets the air through this little john that comes in right through here. That's it. It's not sealed well though. Like if you look here, there's a pretty big air gap right here. So that's not really on there. This kind of has a gap. This has things on the side. I wonder if the gaps are because this is too restrictive because of how small it is.
Maybe.
So it needs to let more air in, but it's also just pulling in hot air at that point. Comment. For a second I saw that down there and I thought it was a cable clutch. I thought that was the craziest thing ever when I found out that some old Hondas have a cable clutch instead of hydraulic. It like baffled my mind. It's honestly kind of awesome. You never need to worry about bleeding it.
Yeah.
I don't mind a stiff pedal.
Isn't that what the CRX has?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's how I know.
Good stuff.
I was like, oh, the clutch needs to be bled. And then I was like, oh no, I just turned a screw. This is not good with my back issues right now. I'm reaching over. So I'm taking my own liberty. It doesn't say to do this, but I'm thinking this is going to make it a lot easier. I'm also just going to... It's not aluminum, right?
No.
All right, we're good. We're going to pull this cowl piece off because it's going to give us more access back there because it's kind of tight. I take it back. I thought this had like a trap door in the middle. It's just a trap door here. But I don't feel like taking the windshield wipers off all that. So looks like we're just going to be... I mean, at least this so you can move it up a little bit more to see what's going on, but
yeah.
There's basically two bolts back there. It seems pretty tight. Oh, we can also do this, huh?
Yeah, that comes off.
That would help. A little thing that we're doing that you guys won't necessarily see in this video, but you'll probably see on Instagram and maybe in the next one, as a thank you to all the guys who helped put together the E36 and absolutely killed it. We're doing a drift session, and Tire Street sent over a variety of tires for all the guys in their different cars, different sizes, so they can burn them off and have some fun. Also, a good opportunity for me to tell you about a special exclusive sale I'm doing with Tire Streets. You use my code AugustLZ, and it's gonna get you 20% off Tire Streets exclusive tires all through the month of August. That's a great deal. My back said nope, trying to get in there, so we swapped positions for this one.
Yeah, I'm at him right now.
Give me a scale of 1 to 10, how difficult is this?
It's not difficult, it's just very hard to get to. I'd say like a 6.
This is the problem right here for me. This position does not feel bueno.
Yeah.
Look at what's going on behind him right now. The old yellow coupe is back out from retirement. I never formally showed this, but Sean put a ZF in this thing because I was sick of the R154 grinding. But I haven't driven with it, so we're just getting it dialed in. Owen's adjusting the clutch pedal right now. But when we all drive later today, I'm gonna whip this thing, because why not? Been a while since I've driven a good S chassis. Oh, thanks, Mike. I
Peace
appreciate
out.
the assistance.
No problem.
You want to just finish the rest of the install for me?
I could,
No,
honestly.
I want to do the fun part.
Okay. Of course
You'll
you
have
do.
the
Not
background.
surprised. Like, I got a picture of you guys
Yeah,
switching rules.
Yep.
How you like it?
I don't mind
We
it.
are taking positions in the shop.
Yeah?
Yeah.
If you need an
Not
extra
literally.
mechanic, let me know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big Ferrari guy, so now he works
down.
on a lot of
Yeah.
Sonics, GR Corollas.
I got my hand in all the cars now.
What are you doing there, John? It's a pretty picture.
Yeah, it's like so how you put a JC in a A90.
Yep. Nah, so that ain't happening. We do have another four-rotor update that will be coming soon, though. And one of the things is taking some measurements for a different pan configuration. So finally hopping on that. It's exciting. This thing might be back as soon as, let's just say, maybe a month and a half or something like that.
A little later than that, because we're gonna still be busy with Europe stuff in a month and a half.
Yep. Back to me. So one neat thing that I read about this is this actually is a patented design that only Eventuri has. I'm very intrigued by it because I'm wondering if something like this would actually be beneficial on some of the aftermarket stuff we do. But basically the idea is the air enters and kind of never gets interrupted. So it goes in and kind of gets velocity stacked down into the turbine versus a traditional filter where it kind of comes inward and then it kind of has to make sharp turns. So in theory, it makes sense, and apparently the results speak for themselves. So I thought that was kind of cool, but now it's satisfying time. Got our air scoop right here. What's interesting is I thought the scoop was gonna pull air from the little grill from before, but if you look down here, it's kind of cool. That's the little red flecks that you get from here. Now you can see it in the grill.
Yeah, so it'll come all the way up.
All right, we're all done with the install. Had to change the breather line on here, unplug, plug some stuff back in, but we're gonna throw the valve cover back on and we're gonna hear what this puppy sounds like. Is it gonna be a beluga horn, or as the Honda people call it, a nice fat chunky whale? Make sure to bleep that part out, Michael. Let's see. Moment of truth. Seems like a little bit louder. Yeah. We'll be able to tell more in the car. Now I got a pretty good butt dyno, but I'm gonna be honest, 18 horsepower gain might be kind of hard to tell. However, this is a car that makes like 200 and change, so a 10% gain maybe we'll be able to feel in the butt dyno, but I guess time will tell. So first, let's do a sound check. Light throttle. I don't want to jump the gun, but I feel like it was just like way more responsive right there.
Yeah.
Like actually dead ass, not just saying something. It feels like, all right, so I don't know how to explain this, but at low throttle input,
Yeah.
it almost feels like if you've ever driven a BMW that has like the ability to change throttle mapping, I feel like the car is zippier at low throttle.
Okay.
That doesn't necessarily mean it's faster, but at low throttle inputs, it feels like it's spooling a little bit harder, you know?
Okay.
All right, we'll do a little actual pull and see.
Okay.
Oh, you heard that? You heard the little
chirp there.
All right, let's load it up a little bit and see what it does.
Yeah.
So that sounds different.
Yeah.
The actual spooling, I'm gonna be honest, let's just say negligible on sound. So that's probably why they didn't advertise it. But it sounds like the way that it surges is different than the stock way. It's more like a, where before it was like maybe a
I like it.
Yeah. Now, obviously, as with most bolt-ons, you really see the most benefit once you put a tune on it, but it is pretty cool that you get a benefit out of this without putting a tune on it at all. I wonder if we can trail brake rotate this car. All right, we're gonna see if we can get this baby to rotate. We need a nice little pendulum going. Heavy on the brakes, hold on, Mike. Nope. Oh, she's hooking, bro.
Yeah.
She's hooking. It's a good car though. Have you felt it, Corner?
Yeah, it's really good.
It's just like, you know?
God.
Oh, the brakes are good. How's the camera filming? Why'd you just smack me in the face? Overall impressions, I think it's worth it, obviously, for the aesthetics and obviously the cold air benefits. Sound-wise, if you're doing it just for sound, probably not the move. But as we chip away on our quest for modifying the Corolla, this was kind of the first thing. So we'll see kind of as we go which mods have the biggest impact for the dollar on this thing. But overall, I'm pretty happy. It's like one of those very satisfying little things to do. I'm stoked that we started here with it though, and I'm excited to kind of see what's next for the Corolla. Comment below what you want to see. I've obviously got some plans up my sleeve. Yeah, if you have a Corolla and you're thinking about doing something to it, let me be the guinea pig for you. We'll find out how to do it together. I'm gonna end with a little bonus footage. I haven't driven the S13 with the 1J with the new ZF transmission, so I'll include a little shred sesh, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one, and then we're off to FD Seattle, baby. New clutch feels lighter. It's got a PMC ZF kit on it now, in stock at drifthq.com, which also gets you in for a chance to win the Corolla. Fire?
No.
Smells like fire. No fire?
No.
Hooray! Dude, you might be right. Damn, that's really up. I'm so sorry. The Queen died in 2022, and now I look like the biggest hole ever. Thank you, Mike, for bringing that to my attention. I hope that doesn't get clipped. I'm sorry. RIP to the Queen. I love UK. I love England. Please let me back.